252.
Okay, for all the news and review and pop culture that's right to type, 252 Top Stories. Top story this week, Harp.
The CW has cast its Batwoman. Out actress Ruby Rose has been tapped to play the lesbian superhero for the network. Rose's Batwoman will first appear in the December DC crossover event with Arrowverse mastermind Greg Berlanti plotting a standalone series revolving around the character. This is great news.
There's a couple things I want to say about this. First and foremost, I'm not familiar with Batwoman at all.
Batwoman, the character came out in the 60s. They were trying to form a Bat family like the Superman family.
Right.
Yeah.
They had a Bat dog or hound.
Batmite.
Batmite, I remember.
Batwoman.
Well,
and then she just vanished. They dropped the whole idea of the Batman family and they switched to the Dark Knight storyline.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well,
And she was never seen again until recently.
Well, for me, I hope Batwoman has an Australian accent because the actress Ruby Rose, she cannot do an American accent.
What have you seen her in where she didn't drop it?
There was this sci-fi movie or TV show called Dark Matter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was, she played an android. She couldn't even change her accent. They even had to write in the story that she had, there's a program, it's an Aussie program. They didn't even know where it was because it wasn't from, it wasn't from Earth. So they had to make up a reason why she had an Aussie accent. And even in John Wick, they made her a goddamn mute because they were like, we really like looking at you.
Oh, her.
But you have to sign language because...
Yeah, you can't get rid of that accent.
You can't get rid of that
It's
accent.
too thick.
But I think she's talented.
Very.
I've almost enjoyed her in everything that I've seen her in.
Oh, yeah.
And with the exception of you can't change her. Because there's a lot of these other actors that are from, and you don't even know. I mean, I was surprised when Idris Elba, when Stringer Bell first was talking that, you limey bastard.
I was shocked. I can't remember his name. Is it who played Superman and Man of Steel?
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Yeah, when I saw him in one of his other roles, his accent was so thick.
And you're like, and
he did a fantastic job.
And I saw Henry Cavill first on this show called The Tudors. So I already knew.
Saw him naked.
So, Warner Brothers is finally realizing Supergirl should be the center of the DC universe.
About time.
The Supergirl series continues to be popular on the CW. The DC movieverse Superman is in limbo. Speaking of Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And a new Supergirl film is beginning to take shape. It seems like the studio is finally picking up on the fact that Supergirl, not Superman, best embodies the 80-plus years of the super
it's about time
mythos.
They give people what they want,
right?
Which is more.
Because the one in the 80s with Helen Slater was not good.
No, that was
it was not good. But the way it's been on, like we've said this 1,000 times, the way DC Animation has been doing things, they have been popularizing everybody in pretty much the DC.
And showing love to all the older characters. Yeah.
I got to show hate on Supergirl. That's one of the large list of superheroes that were killed. They announced this character's going to die.
Yeah.
Everybody goes out and buys the comic. And then she comes back to life. Supergirl very heroically gave up her life to save her cousin Superman.
And then they brought her back.
They
pulled a Marvel on us.
They pull it. No, it's not even a Marvel.
It was a gross way of just torturing us and taking our money.
I'm tired.
They did a Marvel on us. What, man?
Barry Allen is dead. Supergirl is dead.
No, he's not. Barry Allen is back.
Dead. This is what I'm saying. Al Jordan, Barry Allen, what's her name? Kara Sorrell?
Oh, I know her.
Kara something or other. But they're all.
Well, they were. But Crisis on Infinite Earths happened 30 years ago.
And now they're back.
I know, they're back.
And Power Girl.
I just gotta hate a little bit.
Huge breasts.
Yeah.
Why are they so big?
Can't wait to see you.
There's actually a funny story about Power Girls.
I heard about I heard about a story. I don't know if it's true or if it was made up, but it was just the story I heard was the book wasn't really selling.
The Legion of Superheroes wasn't selling.
No.
And so
she was in there.
Yeah, and so the artist just slowly kept making a larger. Oh, it was the
It was the inker.
Okay, all right.
He made a
I think
bet
it's- all right, go
with
ahead,
the
I think.
writer as to how many months it would take for them to notice if every month they slightly enlarged their breasts. Because he said he said they were sitting around. This was an interview with all these old DC creators and Marvel creators, and he said no one's reading Legion of Superheroes. And the writer said, "Hell, our own editors aren't reading Legion of Superheroes." So they do this Supergirl. They said it took 11 months, and finally.
Someone
The
said,
editor
"God
came in.
damn!
What the hell are you doing to Power Girl?
Oh, that's great. I love it. In this internet day and age, they would be measuring monthly.
It is 1.7 millimeters larger than last month. All right, when a 54-member board voted to add the Best Popular Film category in time for the 2019 Oscar show, they failed to consider Disney's and Marvel's $700 million worldwide blockbuster
Disney.
Black Panther, which has a good shot racking up enough Oscar nominations, among them Best Costume, Cinematography, Production Design, Editing, Directing, Writing, and Supporting Actor and Actress, to have a real shot at the Best Picture nomination.
Yeah, I kind of when I stumbled across this one, it was almost like when you going for if you make up another category and like okay, the best most popular, because I mean I honestly feel if they had this category back in the day, Bruce Willis would have got
Well, he got
at least a nomination.
He got a nomination for The Sixth Sense, if I'm remembering correctly.
I do not.
I'm pretty sure. Call me out, internet! I dare you.
I'm
You know,
afraid.
I think personally,
I was
like,
gonna say Armageddon.
after the Birdman choice for Best Picture,
That was terrible.
they are trying to reach the people who are watching the Oscars and not pick a movie that no one's heard of and no one cares about and is a complete waste of eyesight to see. I'm sick of the Oscars going to that. That's why I don't watch it.
Well, there are a lot of art
I used to
house
watch
movies
that.
that are in it. and
Well,
I
yeah,
still
but I
watch
mean,
it.
I used to watch the Oscars.
Yeah, I like to know
You
what
know.
the ladies are wearing.
Yeah, what? Oh, well, anyway, we'll just go ahead and end with that. This week's review: Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yes.
Ethan Hunt and the IMF team join forces with CIA assassin August Walker. That's a great name. That is a great name. To prevent a disaster of epic proportions. Arms dealer John Lark and a group of terrorists known as the Apostles plan to use 3 plutonium cores for a simultaneous nuclear attack on the Vatican, Jerusalem, Mecca, and the Mecca in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I almost messed that up. You know, all these holy places, they're going to wipe them out at once.
Awesome.
When the weapons go missing, Ethan and his crew must find themselves in a desperate race against time to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands.
They were already in the wrong hands.
See, I think the Mission Impossible franchise is amazing. You can build an entire team of agents and still just focus on Tom Cruise for the whole movie.
Of course, because he is team leader. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Whenever you're in a movie franchise and you get to the 6th movie and the 6th movie
And
is
you're
still
doing your own stunts.
and they put in the stunt that he hurt himself where he cracked his pelvis.
Yeah.
They put that stunt in, and it was such a throwaway. It was almost like, ooh, damn, man, that's how you hurt you hurt yourself bad.
Well, it's
doing
kind of
it.
like
I'm sorry, I got to dispute with that. Just because they went 6 movies doesn't mean it's good. The Howling went 6 movies.
No.
Friday the 13th franchise.
I
they're
said
making money.
I said when you get to your 6th movie and you're still making money. That's the difference. Because you're right, those movies did get to 6, but they were terrible and they didn't make any money. The people didn't go see it, and they didn't make a 7th movie.
I'm not going to see this one.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
It's
They're
good.
all good.
The reason and the reason why I feel like it's good is because they kind of harken back to actual being the espionage part. Because the very first movie was an espionage spy
John
thriller.
Voight.
And they
Yes, with
conveniently-
John Voight.
And they conveniently killed the entire team so they could focus on Tom Cruise.
Of course.
Well,
If you watch the old Mission Impossible
spoiler alert.
Oh, who hasn't seen the first Mission Impossible? And that happens during the credits.
Do you
saw it
remember?
twice in one
Opening
day.
credits.
Do you remember what was her name? Kennedy from MTV.
Jamie?
If it's a spoiler, 2 minutes in the
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Her name
from-
was Kennedy.
Her name was Kennedy. I think it's still
Jamie
is.
Kennedy sounds like a girl's name. I'm sorry. Jamie
Kennedy was interviewing Martin Landau because he was at the premiere of Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
And she was asking him why he was here. And he looked at her, he said, because I was in Mission Impossible. And she goes, you're in this movie? He goes, no, I was on the original Mission Impossible TV show.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Grab him.
Yeah.
Do your research, reporter. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
We
never do that.
But Mission Impossible, it was because Mission Impossible series, they started out with the spy espionage, then they went into a lot of action. It was just an action.
Go John Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It turned into action movies,
And
and
Brad
then they
Bird.
started doing a couple of other things.
Chimera virus. That was
Yeah.
the second one.
That was the third one,
That was the third one.
I believe. No,
No, two was
you're
Chimera,
right.
third
Third
was,
one was the rabbit,
The rabbit.
the rabbit's foot.
Which was nothing.
Have you heard of the rabbit's foot? Who are you? I mean, I mean that was a great performance by
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
R.I.P.
Who are you? I'm gonna kill your family. The people you love.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, Ralphie D recommends The Meg.
the Meg.
Shut up, Meg. A massive creature attacks a deep sea submersible, leaving it disabled and trapping the crew at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. With time running out, rescue diver Jonas Taylor. Not a great name, but serviceable.
But he's played by a great actor.
Oh, you're damn right. Must save the crew and the ocean itself
my,
from an unimaginable threat. A 75-foot-long prehistoric shark known as the Megalodon.
It's a megalodon.
Megalodon.
That's a giant don. Well, I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Kuwata Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sweating right now.
I'm JB, and I'd like to ask you to check out my man AM on Vital Comics. Like him, subscribe him, follow him, and always remember that if we're going to live together, we're going to have to play together.
The more colors, the more better. Peace and love must rule each and every time. Love knows no boundaries. Bullets have no names. Please like, share, and subscribe.
252.
Donna, pull yourself together.